welcome back. My name is Cherise. Today's video is my February update for Pan That Palette. The way that I'm doing Pan That Palette this year is I want to hit 22 shades of pan in my eyeshadows. And that could be from various different palettes. It's not all in the same palette. So I started the year with 5 palettes, and my goal is to hit pan in one of the shades at least of each palette. And then I have the option to either pull in a new palette or if I want to keep working out of the same one. So I will post pictures of what my update was for last month. I don't know if I'll do it while I'm showing what the palette looks like now, or I might just like do it like after. But I will post pictures of like the before picture of what it looked like so you can, you know, compare. But I was super excited. I could not wait. Sorry, my dog is barking, and I'm sure the other one's going to bark in any second. But I could not wait to do this update video because I have made huge progress and I really am so excited. So let's just get started. So the first palette I'm going to start with is the Sigma Flare. And I'll probably just put a quick picture up so you can see it, so you can compare it. But I did have a goal, or I did have a shade I was focusing on in this palette, and that was the purple shade. It was called Allure. And I am very excited to say that I hit pan. As you can see, I was so excited. I love this color. I love purples, but I really do love this shade. And I hope you can see there is a nice dent in here. That was another one that not that I was sort of focusing on, but I was using it. It's such a light shade. I was using it as just like a transition, like a, not really a transition, but a blending shade. But the Allure, obviously, I hit pan on, and this Publicize I used quite a bit too. So I am super excited. I did not use these 3 shades at all. I wasn't focusing on them. I didn't gravitate towards them. I had certain ones that I really wanted to focus on, and that wasn't one of them. The Resist, I didn't use at all. I did use Gossip a couple of times, but yes, it was mainly Publicize, Beware, and obviously Allure. So, could not wait to show you guys that. I was like super excited. The next palette was Sigma and Dare. And this is what this palette looks like. And I honestly can't remember if I was even trying to hit pan on anything in this palette. I know I was focusing on a couple of transition shades, which was like these. I used these, I combined them. But I did hit pan in this one. This is what? Chase. So hopefully you can see the pan on that. So I hit pan in that one. So I was so excited. Again, I just forgot how exciting it is to use your products and hit pan in them. And so for this month, I did use Surrender, I used Grasp, Escape not really I didn't use, and Vanish I didn't use. But like I said, these 2, Shout and Catch, I either use them separately or I combine them, or I would like layer them for like a transition shade. And I use Reveal quite a bit. I will say, out of the palettes I've been using this month, or since January, I was very surprised at how I liked Shout. This was probably the one where I really didn't think I was going to like, or not, like I didn't know how it was going to like turn out on my eyes, and I absolutely really liked using the shade a lot. So that was like a big surprise to me. But hopefully you can see I have a little bit of a dip in the Grasp. In this one, like in the, sort of like in the top middle, I don't know if you can see it. But I'll just give one more little peek at what this looks like. But yeah, so that was shade number 2 that I hit pan in. Such a dork. Alright, next one is Bare Minerals in the Cocktail Hour. And this one I was hoping, or was focusing on hitting pan in the purple shade Elixir, and I did. So hopefully you can see that. So yes, so I hit pan in that one, and as you can see in this one right here, this like shimmery white shade, I have such a huge deep dent in it. I'm not kidding you. I literally thought I was going to hit pan in this one too. But Not yet. And that's fine. I mean, I use this, you know, like an inner corner highlight. I use sometimes down below. I use it, like I have actually on today, I have it on top of another shade just to lighten it up a little bit. Actually, on my eyes today, I do have these two shades. So this blue one I have like on the outer corner, and I like blended it like into my crease. And then this coppery shade right here, I have, you know, on my eyelid. And then I have this shimmer shade a little bit on top of that copper shade just to lighten it up a little bit. And I actually really like the way this came out. But yeah, so this is my pan for that shade, and I was so excited. All right, next up is the Bare Minerals, and this one is in the playlist. And I think I was focusing on the cream shade that I was using as, I think I was using this as a highlight. Yeah, this one I was using as a highlight. And I did hit pan on this one too. So that is what that one looks like. And on this one, again, other than using like this copper color, I use this like olivey green color, I think once or twice, and this like burgundy color. But these top three, I don't believe I used, and this gold one, I don't think I used. At least I don't remember using them, but yeah. So that is what this one looks like. And then the last one is the Too Faced Sweet Indulgence palette, and this one I was hoping to hit pan in the Bluff. It was just a cream shade that I used as a setting, sort of like a setting powder for my primer, and I also used like down here just to brighten up like the under eye area. So in the Bluff was the shade that I was focusing on, and as you can see, I hit pan on it, as well as I hit pan in this pink shade right here. I think it was called Bubblegum. Oh, Gumdrop. So 2 shades in this palette, and I was flipping out because I don't think I was expecting to hit pan in that pink shade. But I used that as a, just like as a shimmer on my eyes. And I also actually used it as a cheekbone or a blush topper. So I used it in those 2 ways. You can see here Marshmallow. It has a little bit of a dip, but I only used it a couple more times from like the last time that I showed you guys this palette. And I can't think if I used anything else. I think I maybe used this green shade maybe once or twice. This shade right here, this like satiny pink one, I use that to layer or to lighten up like a deep purple. So that is that. So I hit pan in 5 shades. So out of my 22, I already have 5. Moving forward with the project, I really had to think about if I wanted to roll 5 new palettes in, since I did hit pan in each palette, or work out of the ones that I've been working out of. And I think I've come to the decision where I'm going to keep the 5 that I have, because there are some shades that I still want to work on that I would like to hit pan on, but I do still want to bring in another palette. I do have a very large art collection palette. No, it's not art collection palette. I do have a very large eye palette collection, and I want to get use out of all my palettes. Well, I know I can't use all of them, but you know, as much as I can. So I'm starting with the oldest palettes I have and then going to the newest ones, which will obviously take me a while. But I do want to bring in a new one, and the next one, because I did do my inventory on my palettes and everything as far as how many, you know, what they are, you know, when I brought them in and all that. So the next one up would be this Lorac To Go Pro palette. But then I was looking at it, and these are the shades. And just honestly, looking at them, it's nothing I really want to work on right now. I just look at them and I just don't get motivated to use it. And I don't want to bring in a palette where, 1, I already have these shades within the 5 other palettes. And 2, just by looking at it, I'm not motivated to use it. So if I'm not motivated to use it, I'm not going to use it. The palette that I'm choosing to roll in is the Lorac Pro palette. I just literally put my whole finger in it. Oh goodness. Alright. The palette I'm rolling in is the Lorac Pro palette, which I'm sure all of you are not new to. But in case anybody that is, this is what it looks like. And it has a row of mattes and a row of shimmers. And I've always liked that about the Lorac shades, or I'm sorry, palettes, is that when they did these palettes, they give you a row of mattes and a row of shimmers, because it really is like a one-stop shop type of a palette. You wouldn't need really anything else. I mean, you have all your, your transition shades. I mean, like again, the white or the cream, you can set, your eye primer with. And obviously all of these can be transition shades, especially the light pink and the mauve going into like spring. But obviously you have darker ones, you have a black to deepen out any kind of like, outer V or smoky eye that you want to do. And then you have a bunch of really pretty shimmers to work with. And again, this nude and champagne, these can be used as highlighters. And that's what I'm really trying to do too. I'm trying to really multi-purpose the shadows. And just not only wearing them as shadows, but like I said, like that gumdrop that out of the Too Faced, I use as a cheek topper. I use that several times. The lighter ones, like the nude and champagne, you can use those as in a corner. You can use those as highlighters. So I'm trying to really multi-purpose them. Another thing is, I think I said it in a few other people's videos, is I cannot wait to get out of or be eyeliner free, because you can use your eyeshadows for eyeliner. And when you really think about a palette and all the colors and everything that a palette has, you really don't need to buy eyeliners anymore. So I really cannot wait for the day when I'm done with eyeliners, because that's another thing, is I use the shadows for eyeliners. Or I'll use it to top an eyeliner right now, because I do have eyeliners I'm working on. But anyway, so I'm bringing in this one. So for the month of March, March is going into spring, and obviously it's St. Patrick's Day. So I do want to obviously focus on some of the green shades. So I am going to make those more of a priority than the other shades that I have. But just real quick, going through the palettes, which I guess I should have done before. For the Dare palette, again, I'm probably going to use these two shades a lot because I just really do love them. But I'm not, other than those two shades, the Catch and Shout, I don't know if I'm going to really be working too much out of this palette. But I really do love those two colors, so, I will work on that. Out of the Sigma Flare palette, I do want to use Oversee and Define, because again, it's just that green tone that I want to use for the month of March. Again, they've really barely been touched, so obviously I don't know if I'll be able to hit pan in any of that. For the Bare Minerals Cocktail Hour palette, I am going to work still on this shade here. What is this one called? Icebreaker. And that one I should be able to hit pan no problem. I mean, there's a huge deep dip in it, so I shouldn't have a problem hitting pan in that one. The Bare Minerals Playlist, I might focus on this olive green shade right here. And in the Too Faced palette, I think I'm going to work on these two green shades right here. So hopefully I'll come back in April and be able to show you big progress in those. And then obviously some progress in the Lorac Pro palette. Which these shades are very, very soft. So it shouldn't really be a problem to probably hit pan in the month of March. Because the palettes or the pan size is smaller. They're not as deep as other palettes. And again, their formula is just very, very soft. So that's where I'm at. So out of 22 shades, I hit pan in 5. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are doing well on your challenges. If you are doing one, let me know down below so I can come and swing by. If you're on Instagram, I can go to Instagram and check you out there. Or if you're not on any social media, but you are working on your products, please let me know so I can root you on too. So I thank you for watching, and I hope everyone is doing well. And until the next video, I hope you each have a blessed day. Bye, guys.